About to go live. We live. What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody in the building. Welcome to Sideline, the Baseline, with your host MB and Klew.
Klew.
What's going on, y'all? And Pac Jam in the building. Y'all hear him? Y'all see him?
The illest.
COVID-19, baby. They trying to attack the tide, baby. They trying to get us. They don't want us to get to the show.
Hey, man, what Club Pac Jam doing, man? Y'all shut y'all doors for COVID-19. Y'all shaking what your mama gave you. What's going on down there?
Hey, you can shake what your mama gave you, but you got to have a mask on, baby.
Come on, man.
And you on the dance floor 6 feet apart.
Hey, JT Money sliding through every now and then. What going on?
It wouldn't be right if JT wasn't in the building.
Yes, sir. Well, Notre Dame and UNC getting it in right now, y'all. They get it in 24-17 the last I checked, man. And MB homeboy, that quarterback that I was bragging about all preseason long, just threw a bad ball. They had a 3rd and 5, easy little pitch and catch to the running back, and he had tried to jump through it, man. Just sit in there, sidestep and make the look good, the throw. And he's just so disappointing. But even more than that, if I'm UNC, anytime I'm struggling, MB, I'm getting it to my running backs, man. Them two are down.
No doubt. I mean, that's the plan, because to me they got that balanced attack, but it all start with the run, and they still committed to the run. But you like you said, I'll run the ball, keep running, help open up the pass and stuff. So it's been a good game. But Notre Dame, like you alluded to before that 3rd and 5 pass, Notre Dame took the ball 97 yards down the field and scored. I was like, golly, that in Books, his game may be ugly. It may not be what the NFL looking for, but he's just that joker. He just gets it done, man. But this was my going against the grain. I called this a few weeks ago. I thought North Carolina will upset Notre Dame. So
you know what? I don't know why MB thought that. Again, as I said before, Notre Dame is the best team in ACC. I said that from week 1, and I still stand on that today. Notre Dame is the best team in ACC. They are the team that need to represent the ACC.
Pac Jam, go in a little bit deeper about Ian Book, because you and I spoke about this a few weeks ago, man.
As I told you, Kevin, I said Ian Book is a gamer. We gotta understand that. He reminds me a lot of Jake the Snake Plummer.
Yeah,
he's very elusive. He's not what you would see at a 5-star camp, a quarterback camp. He's not that type of quarterback. He's a guy that he plays off a reaction. He reacts off of whatever the defense gives him. You know what I mean? Now, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to go as far with it, but I'm going to say this. He reminds me, I said Jake the Snake Plumber. But for those that don't remember Jake the Snake, I'll bring it up to date a little bit. He reminds me of a low-budget, generic brand, over-the-counter Patrick Mahomes.
Golly.
Oh,
that's too much.
Yeah, that's too much.
You're not over the counter.
No.
Wait, what you got? Generic, man? You look generic instead of all brand?
Generic.
Yeah.
I didn't say the real deal.
I know. I got
generic.
you.
You see, I was interested in buying some Pfizer stocks. With all this situation going on, they said they're going to be passing out this vaccine like candy around here, right? So I'm interested in Pfizer stocks, but then they say, man, that generic drug, these generic drug companies are killing Pfizer's tried and true drugs right now, right? So I'm reading on that. And then this guy come here talking about over-the-counter generic. So that was hey, come on, man.
But listen, though, but all in all, on the seriousness, he's a gamer. He really is. And and another thing that doesn't get noted, and I talked about this before too, is the fact that his offensive line has been together 3 straight years. That's big. When you got an offensive line that's been together 3 straight years, and nobody's injured up front, they got a 2-headed monster in the running game. That's a sound team with a great defense. I look for them to continue to win the ACC championship, and I look for them to get it on with Alabama for a big-time game, man. That's my predictions on this college football, man.
Hey, good evening, Justine Double A and Facebook jail again. MB, what Double A doing out here in these streets, man? Hey,
don't know.
hey, he pushing weight on Facebook. What's going
I don't
on?
know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing,
Hey,
man.
Come on, Double. I don't even know how do you get in Facebook jail, MB?
I don't know. Hey, I don't know what that is.
That's that explicit material. I'm gonna leave it at right there.
Oh,
Is that what it is?
That's
Hey.
what that is.
That's
hey,
that
Pat,
terrorist
just
alert.
seen
Double
his
A
life, man.
terrorist.
Don't throw him under the bus.
They
Don't
say
do
you
him
only
like
get
that.
They tell me you only get a speed ticket if you speed. That what they tell me now. You don't get a speed ticket if you ain't speed.
He say Facebook can't handle the truth, baby.
Hey,
Can't handle the truth.
Are we gonna discuss those Canes on there today? Are we gonna discuss that
Wait,
number 10
man.
ranking?
Let us get down there. Let MB
Canes on the
warm
bar,
up.
man.
MB been down for a couple shows, man. Let him warm back up before you go at him about them Canes, man, because you know
they don't deserve that number 10 ranking.
Shot fired.
They don't deserve. That's the first thing I
up.
noticed that was
Wake
wrong
up
with the
down
BCS. They don't deserve it.
They don't deserve it. Well, who deserve it?
They're not a number 10 team. BYU should be ahead of Miami.
Who?
BYU.
Man, you ain't see BYU playing. You bandwagon, man. You
No, I'm not. Listen, we got cable where I live at. We got cable.
Man.
Hey, we got cable where I live at. We can watch all kinds of games.
You just
we
read the press clippings, man. Anybody undefeated, you on a pat wagon.
One thing about it, that wagon's stronger than yours.
Hey, it's got to be because you joined. Hey, winner chicken dinner. You got inside trading. You just anybody winning, you jumping on it.
Like I say, 3 weeks in a row, the Hurricanes have had to come back. 3 weeks in a row, the Hurricanes had to come back against lesser tier talent in the lower tier talent in ACC.
Hey,
that's not a number 10 team.
Let me jump in there on behalf of MB. MB has been concerned with that since the beginning of the season. The fact that Miami plays to the level of their opponents and they don't come out with the same fire week in, week out, game in, game out, play in, play out. So I'm gonna throw that at you, Pac Jam.
That's not my problem. That's not my problem.
You'll see a better Miami team when you see a better opponent.
I didn't see that against Clemson. They didn't do that against Clemson. They didn't play to the level.
They tried to. The first
they got blown off the map.
First quarter, they looked about like something.
No, they got blown off the map. What happened?
Hey, but Pac Jam, I mean, who's the top 10 team, man? It's only it's only a very few teams out there that you put your money on. Okay, this is top 10 team. It may not. You probably can't get 10. There's always some holes.
Here it is.
Even in the top teams, there's some holes in them. Ain't nobody separating themselves. There's some holes in them.
That's not true. That's not true. Indiana separating themselves. Cincinnati separating themselves. BYU separating themselves. Notre Dame separating themselves. Alabama separating themselves. Don't make me. The list goes on. Ohio State separating themselves. Man. Many teams are separating themselves. It's just that team down there sponsored by Adidas that ain't separating themselves.
Pat wagon, man.
Hey, now MB, I was definitely in agreement with you. Once you hit past that about 4 mark, then it really is anybody.
Exactly.
It really is anybody. You naming the top 4 really ain't saying anything. And even out of them top 4, they ain't separated themselves enough from each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Florida's not in the top 4, and Florida would beat Miami by 3-4 touchdowns right now. Easy.
Them fighting words, man. You finna get them canceled on Miami TV.
Listen, hey, hold on. Hey, Pac Jam, I'm not delusional, right? See, I ain't trying to win. I ain't trying to go with the win every week. I'm telling you straight up with Miami, right? Hey, this is what they do well, and this is the things that I'm disappointed in. I ain't blind. Ain't no love. Ain't no blind. Hey, they need to pick it up. They need to develop. They need to get it right. Obviously, they had the COVID. They had the COVID the last time, but that's still not an excuse. They're not playing assignment football. They got to get it done, especially on the defensive side. They got to get it done. They can't. They got to play sound fundamental football, and that's the disappointing thing that they ain't get it done.
This is the thing. That's not Bam Bam, Superman, and Flash. And for those that don't know Bam Bam, Superman, and Flash, that's Michael Barrow, Jesse Armstead, and them gangsters. You hear me?
You pulling that as hard, man.
Hey, listen. That's what. Hey, they don't need the Bermuda Triangle out there. They just need people to just do that
I
job.
just
If they
want no. I
start
want
doing
the
your
people at
job
home.
and to get it done.
I want the people at home to understand that the number one that MB looks through a lens of Bam Bam, Superman, and Flash. The lens is of Jesse Armstead and Darren Smith and Michael Barrett. That ain't them dudes right there. They ain't playing sideline to sideline.
Long time ago, bro.
You see what I'm saying? And I need you to take them contacts out that you looking through. That's not them.
That was over with Jonathan Vilma.
Right. No.
Man, and you keep missing the memo. You don't need to be Bermuda Triangle. Just do your job, fundamental football, get it done. And right now, when you look at it, it's a lot of, like I said it from the beginning, it's a lot of self-inflicted wounds. You got blown coverage, dudes just not execute, doing a job. So that's the thing that's disappointing. On offense, you see the receivers starting to develop. You know, they still committed on the run, even though they're not getting the runs they want, considering how they start off in the season, right? But on the defensive side, that's the disappointing thing, is that when I look at the film, I'm like, man, I'm putting myself, this is not PlayStation where you can say, okay, I'm gonna run this defense. I'm putting myself in the defensive coordinator spot and like, what can he run? Man-to-man coverage, they blown coverage, zone coverage, they blown coverage, they're not getting it done. So that's the disappointing thing.
As a former player, also a former coach, knows when are we gonna hold those coaches down there accountable of guys doing the same thing week in and week out? At some point, we got to say, you know what? It may be the staff. It may be my position coaches, because he put the same guy in the same spot doing the same thing. When you gonna remove him? That's what I need.
That's the problem. They are removing. They're playing so many different bodies on there. I'm not making an excuse for them, but they playing so many different people. They trying to find the right combination. Dudes do wrong, they snatching them, getting out. The other dude come in, he ain't getting it done. So that's the issue. You know, they playing a lot of different dudes trying to find the right combination. You can't fault them for trying. It's just not consistently getting it done. So I see the run fit is finally getting better, right? But still on the zone, on the coverage wise, it's just still too many blown coverages.
We still blowing.
You can't have that. You can't have that playing against anybody, right? You can't have that.
That's the top 10 school you're talking about. Hey, listen, Iowa State.
And every like I said, this year, I mean, especially the whole thing is, other than like top 4, top 5, right? All the teams got some holes in them, right? You look at your Alabama, right? Love the offense, right? But Ole Miss, right? Exploit them on defense, all right? Made them look like they was playing 7 on 7, all right? It's not Clemson, right? I said it before, right? They right there. I mean, they didn't have the talent. That's where it comes to in the past with Clemson, right? Didn't have the talent. All right, and got exposed, and you saw it, lack of talent. All right, especially on the defensive side. It's just like I'm saying, it's just guys got to develop. That's what you're counting on. You got inexperienced guys got to develop, and that's what you're trying to figure out. How can you develop these guys as quick as possible? Ohio State, same thing, had a lot of question marks. But hey, young guys taking advantage. Instead of rebuilding, they reloading. They trying to get it done. You know, against Indiana, right? Score right now, good. What you can blame when you fought Indiana, you fought Ohio State. I mean, it's no like team that's like say, man, it's da. Every team's got holes, man, and you see it, and it's even been magnified with the COVID when you add that factor into it. So I'm not delusional with Miami. I've been open and honest all year about, hey, what I saw on film. Self-inflicted wounds, got to get it done. You don't have that type of talent. Like you say, talent-wise, they don't have those guys out there again. They don't have the Vilmas, the whoever, right? So guys got to play sound, fundamental football. Talent they don't have that type of talent where you could just do whatever you want, not play. You look at Notre Dame, right? Fundamental football, they're getting it done. I mean, their receiver crew, they getting it done. Their offensive line getting it done. Their defense playing sound, fundamental football. They getting it done. That's what I'm talking about. And you're right. That part is with the coaches. We got to get that done, but don't get it twisted, right? Players, we need all hands on deck, especially when you don't have the talent level where it needs to be. You got to win as a team.
I agree with Double A. Talent is there, but depth is not when it comes to Miami. I think he hit the nail on the head. Iowa State beat Texas, man, 23-20. When in the world is Tom Herman hot seat gonna get on 5-pack, Jam?
Well, Tom Herman has always been able to bounce back and beat as he done all season. He'll lose to the team that's under. He'll lose to a team like Iowa State, and he'll come back and he'll beat a good team. And that's pretty much been his mantra since he's been there. He's not been consistent at all. Now again, you got rid of a guy in Charlie Strong who actually was the exact same way. Exact same way, the exact same thing he did. So at some point, you gotta ask yourself: are we just an average program? Because a lot of times these teams, and I think Tennessee went through that same thing. They had their program, they envisioned their program being bigger than what it is, instead of realizing we're just an average situation right here. We're not a powerhouse.
I can throw in there to help your point. Texas beat Oklahoma State this year 41-34.
Right.
So they were ranked number 6 at the time. So here's his big win. So I guess you basically saying this Iowa State, not Iowa. Iowa State. Lost. Right. Ain't that big of a deal because it's par with the course of what they've been doing.
That's what they've been doing since he's been there.
Okay.
And the thing about him is he has a 4-year start at quarterback. That's, to me, that's what's makes no sense to me. You got a guy been a starter for 4 years. You would think you get better production out of your offense having a 4-year starter. A guy that's been starting since his freshman year.
Now look, man, and I don't ever know how to look at this. Vandy at Missouri, first female to possibly play in a Power 5 game. Vanderbilt full of the suit up against Missouri on Saturday. She can make history. Is that how you want to make history if you a Vanderbilt team and you struggle city, coach on his way out? You want to bring a girl like that, man? Bottom line, you want to bring girls like that.
Well, I mean, it's more to it. I mean, because of COVID with that position at the kicker spot, so that's where she get the opportunity to get in there, And so, I mean, hey, it's like when you go to Duke, man, you got to celebrate the little things.
Oh, there you go. Why you go? Hey, how I get in there? Hey, Jam.
I thought I'd just make it personal, man. Hey, you got to celebrate the small milestones, man.
Hey, man.
Wow.
We got us all American running back coming next year. I'm already talking about recruiting, man. We winning recruiting right now.
Listen, again, MB gave you a polished answer. I'm going to give you the real. The real is this. He's about to be fired, and he's trying to save his job in 2 ways. One, he's trying to be historic as a coach by playing the first female in a college football game. And secondly, he's hoping that he had enough Girl Scout cookies on the field to keep his job. Bottom line, we're not going to play with that. We know what it's all about.
Well, the Girl Scouts going to get behind him. The girl,
right. We know what he's trying to do. Don't do that.
Get behind.
Don't do that.
No,
hey,
bro.
Look, speaking of coaching,
wait, no, man. Hey, that's not. Hey,
this girl was not on the roster. This ain't COVID-19 related, MB. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It is, man. It is, man. It is, bro. It is.
Hey,
I mean,
you know what happens when you get that far down the depth chart. We don't kick no more. Come on, tell the truth, bro.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
We go for 2. And we go on 4th down. You already know. When it gets bad, we don't kick no more.
But if you got an opportunity, and I understand all that.
So you call it what you want to, but every team I done been on that had kicking issues, we stopped kicking when it get like that.
Kevin, they had when
you gotta have somebody to kick off. I don't know if she can kick off or what's the deal. You know,
listen, we stop. The punter become the kicker for the kickoff.
I don't know.
That's a no-go.
MB knows that. MB knows that. He knows that.
No, y'all hard. Come on. Y'all haven't even seen the girl.
Come on,
y'all judging the girl before you even see her, man. She could be really good and earn the opportunity.
Now,
good. Already been kicking. So
MB, don't change the narrative. Don't do that. We have nothing against the female. What we're talking about is the coach electing to go to the girl and not electing to just go for 2.
You say what now?
Talking about How he's going to get somebody who ain't played football in 8 weeks all year
MB,
to go to the soccer field. That's what we talking about.
I'm gonna go all the way back, MB, and really break it home to you. We shouldn't have kicked when we was at in San Francisco when we were killing T.O. them the whole game. T.O. bring them all the way back, and we out there with that foolishness because we done brought the 70-year-old snapper back, and he snaps it over the head. We should have kicked in either. See what I'm saying? We should have kicked in either. So
why you gotta go that route, man?
Quit kicking.
Why you gotta go that route, man?
Hey, MB come on with a field goal story, pipe down, and we ruin it. But speaking of coaches, man, it's a couple coaches right here with COVID-19. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna hit this dead horse and keep beating him alive. MB and I tried to tell y'all this season was just gonna be a bag of mixed tricks. We don't know what's going on. Dabo Sweeney around here talking about Florida State don't want none because of COVID-19. And now you got Nick Saban and Ryan Day, arguably the two best coaches right now as far as with the two best teams in college football, are both down for this weekend's game right now.
Hey, again, you know, we talked about this before. I mean, one thing you told me before COVID-19 that you always tell me is this here: talent win ball games. And what we do know is both of those teams are heavy talented. Neither one of those teams are going out there relying on the X's and O's of a coach saying that he got to make a game time, he got to make a major decision. We relying on line up 11 on 11 and let it do what it do.
Yeah.
And Steve Sarkisian is going to let it do what it do against Auburn this week, as well as the assistant with Ohio State going to do the same thing. He going to line up, let it do what it do.
Coach Johnson, yep.
Because my kids are bigger and faster and stronger than yours, and we're going to let them solve the crime.
Yes, sir. LB, what's your feeling on this COVID and coaching and Nick Saban?
His feelings will be a little bit different because he ain't locked and loaded like that.
Hey, Nick Saban a few weeks ago when he had a false COVID test, he was hollering about trying to figure out how he can coach from his living room. I think that was the setup because he knew he'd eventually get it. MB, it ain't work. He got to go home and he can't coach from the couch.
Hey man, I mean, obviously, I think Pac Jam, your response would be a whole lot different. Say if they were playing Georgia or say if this was national championship game, I think your response would be a whole lot different of how much you miss Nick Saban. Right?
Actually, you know why it wouldn't be? I'm gonna tell you why it wouldn't be. Because Sark plays like I like to play. It's gonna be wide open, baby. It's gonna be wide open. It's gonna be
that offense has been wide open. I mean,
the whole field. Nick Saban to take the air at the ball. That's why I'm excited about Sark. Sark's gonna let it fly. He's gonna let it fly. So I would prefer Sark with this team right here. I really would. Because
Nick Saban, hey, listen. Hey, Nick Saban bring that right balance, man. He's getting that job done. I mean, just think about it, man. The call, right, to go from Jalen Hurts, right, to Tua, right, to make that type of call, that take balls. Right, Nick Saban, like making that call, getting that thing done. Well, again, so we can't discount what he brings to the table.
Well, I'm gonna say this:
it's always about the hearing and Joes, right? But he's one coach that knows what to do with the hearing and Joes. But it's not. We always say it's not about the X's and O's, it's about the hearing and Joes. But you gotta, Nick Saban, he's one of the highest paid coaches and get it done for a reason because he knows how to get it done, and not only with the players changeover, but also with coaching changeover. I mean, the guy gets it done. So,
but listen,
I mean, obviously, it's easy to say that against Auburn because Auburn's not where they should be. So it's not the Iron Bowl in the past. But I guarantee you, right, if it was national championship game, you'll be begging for Nick Saban.
Well,
and the other thing is Ohio State play Illinois, man. So yeah, those statements ring loud and clear. Let talent, right now, Bama and Ohio State more talented than the team they're playing. So he's not going to be missed. This is one, if it's a game, but I guarantee if there's SEC championship game, all right, you'll have a different story.
What ACC games that'll be played? North Carolina State at Syracuse. That one should go pretty quickly and easily for NC State. Pitt at Clemson. Another interesting game, MB. This the Pitt team that, plays very tough. but just finds a way to lose. Seem like a lot, MB. But going against a Clemson team that Dabo want to show the world, man. Everybody's scared of us. How do you feel about those comments that Dabo has made, MB, and he continues to make?
You talking about Florida State comments and stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's a protocol it's a protocol in place, right? That, from my understanding, is taken out of the coach's hand. Is based on the medical staff, you know. So I mean, it's easy to say that, I guess, to promote the team, but based on the protocol, I mean, it's out of the coach's hands. It's not like, oh, based on what I'm reading, like, okay, the coaches can bypass what the doctors are saying, you know. I mean, it's all based on medical. So I mean, it's just all tight. He wants to play, man. He wants the team to play. He want to go out there and win. You know, he wants to keep it rolling. I mean, so obviously, man, you're going to say what you need to say to paint it a different way. But that's just my thoughts on it.
Do you think that makes the target larger on his backpack, Jam? You know, does now Clemson have to play the team and play their coach? And by that, I mean, like, that's bulletin board material. I think everybody out there knows what Dabo's saying now. Can't nobody out there play with us. And
absolutely.
He's never been this arrogant in the past.
It definitely does, because again, as you know, you guys just talked about, and Kevin, you've been talking about, as well as MB have been talking about how good Ohio State is and Notre Dame and Alabama alike, but nobody has an arrow on them like they have now on Clemson, because Clemson coach has been talking reckless. He has, you know, because one thing about you two guys, you guys have been playing the game long enough to know what coach speak is. Dabo doesn't have coach speak.
All of a sudden, too, this over the last 3-4 years, about really like last 2 years, he done got rid of this coach speak.
Right. So it's like now it's ticking everybody off. I mean, because I look for Pittsburgh to come out on fire to try to beat them. And I do. Not to say they can, but I look for them to be pumped up to play them, because of how Dabo is talking like we the top dogs. Nobody can line up with us. The only reason why you even beat us was because Lawrence wasn't here. It's like he's just out there just being real, like a real maverick out there right now. You know? And he's going to be put in place, because I'm going to tell you something. And you guys know this. Florida's no slouch. Notre Dame's no slouch. Ohio State's no slouch. Alabama's no slouch. So Dabo just need to know that it's 4 teams out there besides you, and one has already shown you that they can beat you, man.
I'm going to be honest with you, and I think every team you just named is more talented than Clemson on offense. We got 2 guys on Clemson on offense. Every team you just named is more. You can't go out there and say, I'm going to stop 2 guys. You got 4 guys that you got to stop.
Right.
Next game, Louisville at Boston College. Maybe not want to mention that. Dude, baby, we finna get our 3rd win against Georgia Tech, baby. We need 3 more after the night, baby. We back bowl bound, baby. And MB, hush your mind. We gonna move on. UVA at Florida State. UVA got this one, man. See, Florida State hype to play Clemson. Now that hype gone. They gonna come back to reality against UVA. UVA gonna go out there with MB offense. He be drawing up before out in the parking lot, and he hand him
Marley, baby.
Yeah, he hand him a sheet of paper, and they go at it. So, MB, prepare defensively, man, for that stuff they doing, man. I don't even like. I sat back and watched and said, man, what are you going there and say, man? We gonna see a little league offense? I mean, like, what you bring out, Paul, 12 and under tape? What do you do against UVA for prep?
3-card Marley, baby. They got too much time on it. They're getting it done, baby. They're changing the game.
Well, here we go, man. Biggest fight in boxing since Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Thriller, or either Muhammad Ali and
George Foreman,
yeah. So the two guys now, man, Mike Tyson and Roy, Florida boy Jones Jr., baby, Pensacola's finest. Listen, man, and y'all already know I've been a Mike fan, but I'm going with Roy, man. I think Roy Roy keeps getting. He looks good. He still got them fast hands, man. And ain't no knockouts gonna be allowed. I like Roy, baby.
You say ain't no knockouts gonna be allowed?
No knockouts allowed. I don't know how you monitor that.
Right. How do you monitor that?
Oh no. Hey, don't hit him in the chin too hard. I mean,
no, what I think what they're saying is if the guys sustain a lot of damage to stop the fight, basically. Okay. Don't let a guy get mudded out in the ring is what they're saying, because you're not monitoring the guy. If the guy get hit in the head and he get knocked out, he get knocked out. I think what they're saying is don't let nobody get mudded out. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody lose. You know what I'm saying? Lose all of their everything in the ring. But I mean, in this fight right here, huh?
I don't think Mike gonna be able to catch Roy. Not at 50. Both of them sitting at 50 back. Roy gonna look super fast in that thing again.
Well, the thing is this: which fighter can impose their fight? And what we know about Roy, Roy has always been the type of fighter he likes to defy the odds. Right. Meaning, Roy would not get in there and make Tyson fight his fight and chase him and get fatigued and then Roy beat him. Roy wants to show the world that I can go toe to toe. And this is why I believe this fight becomes dangerous, because Roy is going to show people that I can do what not many have already done outside of Holyfield and Lennox Lewis. I want to put my name in that I went toe to toe. And that's why I say this fight can be real tricky. And I look for Roy to lose this fight, because I look for Roy to want to do what he wants to do. That's defy the odds.
That, baby. He ain't going out like that.
Yeah, he bet not.
That's Roy, though. That's Roy.
No, he bet not. He better run and make Mike chase him. Mike gonna try to cut off the ring. Because Roy, I mean, that's the thing. Roy, man, I'm a big Roy Jones fan, man. And used to get mad at Roy because he wouldn't fight, you know, like, man, stop playing around, fight. And then
what ended Roy's career?
And then
what ended Roy's career?
When he got caught.
Heavyweight.
When he got caught, right?
Right, but he went heavyweight.
When he got caught and didn't have the chin to hold up.
But
and, then after that, he was night a lot of other fights, you know.
But so he better run. Had Roy stayed in his weight class, that wouldn't have happened. Roy wanted to go heavyweight because he wanted to prove to people that he could fight on heavyweight, and that's what ended his career, because he likes to defy the odds. He didn't want to stay down and continue to win, and that's why I think this. Look, for Roy to even take this fight tells you everything you need to know about Roy Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you need to know, it tells you. Him taking a fight against Mike Tyson tells you right there that Roy feels that I can go toe-to-toe with Mike and beat him.
But y'all forget, man, during Roy's prime, when he bumped up the heavyweight, Roy said that's the only guy he wanted to fight. That was the last guy he wanted to fight, was Mike Tyson, man. He wanted Mike back then. Y'all acting like this all of a sudden because Unc chimed in and said, I'm on something, man. I need to check my temperature again. I'm sipping on some cigarette right here. You see what I'm saying? He wants some of it.
He wants some of it. I'm talking about those Benjamins, baby, those paycheck. That's
Roy always been about his money now.
Yeah.
Roy always been about that paper.
And then you already said, isn't this one of the what you said about a pay-per-view rating?
Highest pay-per-view pre-sale ever.
Wow.
Pre-sale ever in history.
So that tells you boxing fans are craving for this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Is this Klew, MB? Is this because of how much we are fixed on Mike Tyson? Do you think that's what it is?
Absolutely. This is all about Mike. This is all 100% about Mike. So much so that I think your boy Money Mayweather mad right now. Because he thought he was the biggest draw in boxing, but he's seen it now. Mike still commands the biggest.
MB. I'm gonna throw this. If Mike Tyson win this fight convincingly, Do you think Mike may try to make a run for that weak heavyweight that's out there right now?
I mean, Mike crazy enough to try to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be honest. He's weak. The heavyweight's weak right now.
Mike crazy enough to try to do it. Should he do it? I mean, he crazy enough to try to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Don't you believe it's a test run, though?
Huh?
Don't you really believe in your heart of hearts that that's what this really is, a test run?
And that's a good point, but I don't think
Why else
so,
would Mike do this?
I don't think so. I mean, for him to do this, right, then he'll have to leapfrog number one contenders mandatory. I don't know.
All he has to do is fight one time.
One time before.
Yeah.
Right. He's got to fight a ranked person before, and
MB, because of who he is, remember, boxing don't really work like that. Boxing works based on the fans.
Yeah, I can see.
Fans dictate boxing.
Do you think Mike Tyson to beat the boy from Alabama?
Nah, bro. I don't think so. Even though I mean that dude's more of a one-punch guy.
I think Mike could beat him. I think Mike could beat him.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that dude's too young and too powerful. he catch Mike. I mean, and then you got to think about this. If he's smart enough, right? He's gonna try to knock Mike out. But same thing with Roy. Just tired him out. How many rounds they fighting tonight?
8 rounds. 8 rounds.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll just wear Mike out for the four rounds, get him tired, and then he ain't gonna be the same guy, man. That boxing is something different, man. You know?
Pac Jam. I think Deontay will destroy.
I don't think so, man.
I think Deontay will destroy him just because he's younger, man. Mike got out. He waited too long to get out the game too. Because remember he got slow. He wasn't the same guy. He became Glass Joe. I think if he is trying to box his way back into it,
I don't think so.
Smart call.
I don't think so. I think he better find a niche. Like what he doing, Roy Jones, see somebody else old and try to fight them.
Right. And I'll say this, Pac Jam, this fight being this big of a draw says more about boxing, I think, than it does these questions we asking about Mike and Roy. Yeah. It tells us that boxing is trash right now. If we got to reach back 20 years for some records, for some history, then, I think the state of boxing needs to look itself in the mirror and say, we got to do better than this.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, when you talk about a big name, I mean, it's definitely watered down a lot,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because look at it. We all trying to think of who Deontay Wilder is, boy from Alabama. That's what we said.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a problem. We ran rattling off heavyweights growing up.
No doubt.
We rattled them off our tongue. Heavyweight, middleweight too. We all knew Marvelous Marvin, baby.
So the thing you gotta ask yourself, right?
We knew about them.
The thing you gotta ask yourself, when is Mayweather coming back out of retirement and fight? Because if he's looking at Mike Tyson and Roy Jones command this type of money, he probably said, "Man, let me get with Pacquiao, get with somebody,"
Yeah,
try to get the thing done.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's the question we need. I don't think he got it in him enough fights in him because to get that position where he can take on a champion.
But as you just said, it'll be the payday. The payday will make Mike do it.
Yeah, a payday will make somebody else want to do it, Wilder do it, or somebody think, I'll do it and take the money.
100 million. If Mike Tyson see he can make 100, 150 million, why wouldn't he get in the ring?
Mm-hmm.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
If you 50, Mike, you'll get back on the field for 100 million.
Got one play, baby. Victory.
You'll play a whole season. Stop it. They have to drag you off.
Oh, there go Trent with that foolery again. He put the mob back in there. The fix is in. The fix is in all over again, man. Hey, we believe they fighting for real, man. All right, Trent. Look here, guys. Basketball being played. It was played all day yesterday. It's being played. Number 4 UVA upset by San Francisco. That's old Bill Russell team. Number 1 Gonzaga beat Kansas earlier yesterday. 102-90.
Then beat Auburn today.
Yep. Duke, we showing love to HBCUs. We gonna get to Coppin State tomorrow. And the Hurricanes, who cares? Open up on Sunday at home against the University of North Florida. They gotta find some teams out there they can beat. It's basketball.
Who your Duke open up against?
Say now, man. What you gonna say now?
Who Duke open up against? This is the sport here. This where you got to pull out your Duke show. This show.
Hey,
this
we showing up. We trying to give back to HBCUs. That's why we brought Coppin State in. We always look out. We always play North Carolina Central. We show love. But speaking of HBCUs, man, Maker laid an egg yesterday, man. He got trashed by Belmont. I think they beat him by 17. Belmont beat Howard by 17, which ain't that important. But he hit 11 and 8 boards, Pat. 1 block.
Yeah, I saw that. That tells me a lot about him. That he's one. What I didn't like is he's not aggressive. He's not aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
He's not aggressive. And see, that's the problem with a lot of these kids, those top kids like that. Sometimes when they don't have other top players with them, they don't have the same
energy,
the same mojo. They really don't.
It's so interesting to me. I think it's a lot riding on his success.
Because the AAU culture, for real, MB, I see you over there, but the AAU culture is different. The AAU culture is about playing with other talented guys. And he's been doing it his whole life. This is his first time playing by a solo act.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been one of the things about the kids like him.
Yeah, I didn't see the game, so it's hard for me to make a comment. But I'm thinking you the best. But the mindset, man, is like that's where the mama come with the black mama mentality, man. I don't care who I'm playing with. I'm attacking. I'm getting it done. And if, with this guy, I know that his game inside, outside, he could do it all. I'm telling him, man, red light, green light, red light, green light. You got a red light, you got a green light, man. Shoot the ball. Do your thing. Feed him. Take advantage of it. You want to put him in a position to succeed. So I'm a little cautious when you talk about because of lack of talent around, and that's more reason
a lot of these
want to
kids
be ball hog and be selfish and try to get it done.
But believe it or not, a lot of these kids don't play with that same grit that you talking about right there. That same dog, they don't.
Yeah, so I don't know. I got to see it. I haven't seen the game, so I hate to comment on something I ain't seen.
Well, Pac Jam and MB, that's what I'm not focused on. though. I'm not focused on necessarily his game like you guys are pinpointing on. I'm really focused on the fact he needs to be successful for this HBCU project to work. Because if you go in as a blue chip and you come out as an undrafted, what does that say to the other kids like Mikey?
Yeah, no doubt.
Do this one and done. Mikey come out in 2 years, Pac Jam, and he done already said he's interested, and I know the story behind that, but just stick with it for a second. Mikey done said he would look at going to HBCU. He watches Maker go for a year, do his one and done, and get undrafted. Is he still even looking that route again? You got
a valid point there, Kevin, because you make a valid point there, Kevin, because the things that the scouts are looking at is the scouts saying you're going against lower level talent,
right?
And you only got 11 points and 8 rebounds,
right?
You didn't play Kansas last night,
right?
So you're right. That does matter. It does matter. You cannot have an off game playing in HBCU. You got to be putting up big numbers night in and night out.
Well, he played Belmont. He played mid-major, and they gonna
we still saying Belmont. He didn't go against number 1 Gonzaga last night.
Well, I just wanted to say it was in mid-major, so that those teams generally get HBCUs the business. Yeah. You talking about Belmont, Butler, you're in that
but
arena.
Again, they could have gave him the business, but what we was expecting from him was a 30 and 15 last night.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, he got to be aggressive. I didn't see the game, but you're right, Klew. You talk about the points when you play on that level. Obviously, he's taking a risk. He's got a lot to lose, and he needs to be successful. All right, if you want to continue that pipeline, I definitely agree. But like I said, I got to see the game and make a comment. I don't know if he's first game jitters and too much pressure, or he's doing what the coach say. I don't know the coach, but you definitely want to try to
it'll be. The coach said he liked what he did because he got to say that. But he said that a lot of the kids played out of character when the lights came on.
Oh, okay, got you.
Hey, LB, you were supposed to be a guy that kicked it inside and made sure you ran through the offense. You out there 5 threes, baby. It's my time.
Hey, listen,
that's what I
you know what? You see, the thing about it is, too, you're right, Kevin, because everybody knows these first couple of games, a lot of these HBCUs on ESPN. They won't be on ESPN no more the rest of the season. So it's like, Mom, I'm on ESPN at 7 o'clock. So a kid go out there and be like, man, forget what we don't work on all week, man. I'm on ESPN tonight.
That's all.
You know what I'm saying? They won't see me no more the rest of the year.
That's all.
And see, that's what I'm talking about, those first game jitters. So I don't know. Like I said, I didn't see how many. You say he had 11 points and what?
8 rebounds.
How many shots did anybody know how many shots he took?
No, I ain't look at
field goal. Yeah, I'm just trying to see. So I gotta look a little bit more and just see if what that line looked like. You know what I'm saying?
Again, we need him to be.
No doubt, I agree.
Round pick is at the end of this. That's all I'm saying, MB. Regardless,
I agree.
What happens and how you analyze his game at the end of it needs to be first round pick, or the younger guys that's looking to him to see what happens said y'all wasn't telling the truth, saying we could go from here to the NBA. Yeah. That may be the case. He may still be on the summer league team and play his way into the NBA, but I don't want to miss out on this lottery money. And if I go to Duke, if I go to Syracuse, if I go to UNC, I ain't trying to go to Miami and miss out on this lottery money.
There you go. Shots fired.
Be out here playing with nobody. Hey, the best shooter on the team is in a suit.
There you go.
Hey, Thanksgiving games were supposed to be played, man, but Baltimore and Pittsburgh game got rescheduled from yesterday to Tuesday. Gobble gobble. We forgot to say, man. We're supposed to start the show out. Gobble gobble. Thanksgiving time was yesterday, and hopefully everybody had a chance to eat good and spend a lot of time and laughter and love with 10 or less of your family members.
Hey, look here, man. You know, again, I what we saw yesterday was the very thing that's needed in life. And what that is a clown. What is a clown's job?
To entertain.
To make you laugh.
That's right.
And that's what the Cowboys are. Clowns.
Well,
to make us laugh. That's what they are. And everybody has a role in it. The entire team. From the guy that had 2 masks on, Jerry, one on his neck and one over his nose, Jerry Jones, all the way down to the head coach that wanted to run a fake punt from his own 15-yard line.
That was a solid play call. That's what McCarthy said, baby. That was a solid play call.
He saw something, baby.
Listen.
Hey, man, MB, you hear Trent out there, man? Trent is he done bumped his head.
Oh, don't get it twisted now. I mean, we still may be a reach, but we beat y'all in the past now. Don't get it twisted.
And what it got you? You can have them one games where everybody show up. It's 90,000 packed into a 5,000.
Come on, man. Don't water down our victory.
And we let y'all have it, man. But
don't water down our victory,
baby. Basketball. Everybody can win one game.
Don't water it down.
Runs. Can you win stuff that matter? You know,
man say Jerry shut down Pac Jam.
Hey, MB, I'm from 2 programs, man, in LA with the Lakers and Duke University. And well, we don't care about games. We care about chips, man.
There you go.
Care about that stuff, man. Y'all care about
you say that, but hey, you say that you talking on the side of your neck because you quick to point out when y'all beat us in football.
Hey, that's football. Y'all ain't about
championships, baby.
MB, y'all ain't about championships. Stop it.
Come on, man. We got 5. Y'all ain't got none.
20 years ago, man. Y'all
don't make a difference. We got them. Y'all ain't got them in y'all whole DNA.
We got one.
Don't try to put it down on us. Don't try to put it on us. We still reveling. Come on, baby.
No, y'all ain't about championships. That's not what you said. Okay, Alabama's about championships.
No, we're trying to get to that point.
Miami
on,
preseason, you did not talk to me about y'all winning no championship. What you talked about was y'all turning the corner. Y'all getting better. That ain't what we doing.
I'm saying though, Klew, but at the end of the day, right? Hey, the stand at Duke, y'all at football wise, they ain't talking no championship at all.
You see, you moving the goalposts. You were compared.
That's the standard. You got reality where you got to build, but eventually
no standard
you measure on championships at the end of the day. Your career, if you're a coach, your career is going to get measured. Did you win a championship? That's all it is. At Duke, it's not like that. Did you have a winning record or something like that?
That's
right?
What it is at Miami.
That's what you're talking about. But no,
MB,
that's what it is in Miami right now.
Are you saying right now that this season, your head coach, what is his name? Martinez? What is his name?
Manny Diaz.
Manny Diaz. That Manny Diaz, it was championship or bust this season?
Never.
No, look like Jeff, you came in this discussion, right? Your brother was trying to put it down well because he talking about Miami's with basketball. Right? Game. I say, well, don't get it twisted now. We beat y'all in basketball, right? Well, it's about championships. I say, well, football, right? What's the deal? You were bragging that y'all beat us in football. Well, it's different. No, it's not different.
It is.
Manny Diaz, at the end of the day,
it is different.
This year, his career is going to get measured. Did he win a championship?
No, it won't. No, it won't. He's fired. Well, you just signed his death certificate.
You just opened Klew.
And we can fire him.
I don't care where it is. The end of the day, right? At some point, they understand this old great spirit, trying to build it up. But the standard is championships. At the end of the day, they're not happy with just what you got Kunkel, give him a stitching because he got a winning percentage. And someday they want to move towards the championship. They try to get back towards the championship. That's in our DNA, or none. That's the standard, Klew.
20 years.
You don't know. Just like in basketball, in Duke, that's the standard. It's the same way with Miami football.
Years. No, it's not. 20 years.
Klew, I can't even talk. Klew, you don't know about the you don't know. It's you just talking.
20 years.
You have no. Klew, I was a player and I was a coach down there. I understand what the standard is, and they're trying to get back to that point. They understand they're trying to get back. And you just talking. You don't understand that.
Listen. I'm not saying the standard may be championship in Miami, but what I'm saying is this. The fact that was expected. Nobody's expecting Manny Diaz to win a national championship this season or next season.
That's not what I said. I didn't say that. I said nobody expecting that. Everybody understand they're building the program back. But his coaching career, right, is going to be, did he build a program back to a championship? No different when Bush Davis came in, they was on probation, all that. He built the program back up to a championship. That's what they're trying to do. That's the standard. That's what they're trying to get back. Now, are they there yet? No, I never said that. But you can't tell me that's not our standard. You went to Duke for football. You trying to tell me that, oh, no, that's not y'all standard no more?
20 years.
John, please. That's our standard.
Well, where's been? You've been failing for 20 years.
That's our standard. I don't care. Hey, Klew, That's going to be our standard. At the
20
end of the
years.
day,
At some
to
point,
get back to
reality
building
has to set in
championships.
like Texas. At some point, reality got to set in like Texas. It ain't gonna be done.
Hey, Lou, I know you went to Duke, man. You're not used to a high standard. Just switch to basketball. Let's stay on basketball and stay with the basketball vein. You know, just because y'all missed.
Because we win. Miami's standard is unachieved every year, but it's a standard somehow. Somehow, a standard got to be consistent.
Hey,
and in LA,
it's called a legacy. That's what it's called, a legacy.
It's called a past. It's called history.
That's what Aaron Reed hired Aaron Reed back for, right? And
it's called history.
Standard. He talked about, you know what? The standard, and we got to get the standard right. And it's just not championship, but the standard is in practice. As far as we got to get going in practice, we got to change the standard. It's some foundational things that you got to lay in place, right? To put in there. It's not just no different than New York Giants. Our New York Giants, right? They understand they're not winning the championship this year, but they're laying the standard or foundation of what's expected, and they're pushing towards that way. That's what it is. That's the same standard I'm talking about. That New York Football Giants, when the last time they went, the standard is at some point they want to start winning championships. And that's what I'm talking about, baby.
Within 20 years.
I don't care how long it takes, right? You still ain't letting go of that dream of what you're standing for, what you're shooting for.
Well, we since 39 when the last time we won it.
Y'all don't have the standard of trying to win championships. Y'all have given up.
No, we ain't gave up according to you. We still fight back.
I don't know. Like I say, I don't know the Duke mindset, but I'm telling you about the Miami mindset. And what our standard is, and you trying to tell me it's not.
20 years, 20 years. What's the difference? 20 years.
I don't know what y'all do at Duke, but I know what Miami, what the standard that we're looking for. That's all I know. I just know. That's what we're trying to get back at. I know as a player and as a coach.
So they got a chance.
Do you believe Manny Diaz is the one to do it?
I don't know. It's still too early to say, man. Too early to say. But like I said,
if he gotta be.
Move on, man. You move on.
Every guy's the guy in that case. Well, we ended right on time, man. It's 6:59. We appreciate y'all coming through, man. Frank Jam, appreciate y'all hollering at us. We appreciate y'all for going, sticking in there through our ranting. And some kind of way, Miami always shut us down, man, one way or another. I done took it easy on it for a long time. I guess MBU put it up there. Go ahead and read what Unc said.
Oh, no, you can read it. It's all good. I mean, I'm just trying to read the point he's making. Yeah, that's a great point. What he talking about? Great point. It's a great point.
Well, that again, Pike Jam, you asked this Manny Diaz the guy. He got to be a guy, according to what Unc put in the chat.
No. He's just saying that you may have to kiss a lot of frogs or go through a lot of different coaches to get back, but you're not losing sight of the standard of what you're expecting. And that's what I'm saying. So we went through some coaches, but what I'm saying, Duke's standard in football is never to win national championship.
It is. Since 1939.
You talking about they gave up on that. But I guarantee basketball.
Y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, man.
You ain't gonna stop.
Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Number one team in the nation, man.
Hey, man. And like I say, Klew, you go look at our New York Football Giants. You think they're happy with where they are right now?
No.
Did you think they gave up their dream of winning the national championship?
It ain't been 20 years.
The right coach. Listen,
it ain't been 20 years.
They're gonna bring in the right coach, right?
It ain't been 20 years.
And keep turning that thing over till they get the right coach to help they win the championship.
It ain't even been close in 20 years.
Y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow in Alabama, man, playing Auburn.
They still doing that, baby. Come on, New York Giants, it's the same thing. They trying to win the championship. They trying to find the right coach to get it done, baby. That's all I'm saying.
Man. Let's go.
We
go.
love y'all. Thanks for reaching out, man, and hollering at us and watching, man. We'll see y'all. Oh, hey, man. We love y'all, and we from Klew MB Sideline and Baseline Pack Jam realist co-host. We are gone.
That wagon.